So I was talking about how like Rishikesh, how it has changed in the past 20 years, and so like before, there used to be a lot of jungles around there. The people they used to come and used to come for peace or for meditation, for other stuff and all. Now it's more of rafting and camping and fun, and you see a lot of litter around people, and you see a lot of hotel industry just being so commercialized and all. So
the ambiance has changed. When I first came, the people were more amenable to foreigners.
Mm-hmm.
There was a welcoming.
Yeah.
And now it's not there anymore. It's commercial. It's business. It's not as friendly as it used to be. The spiritual aspect of India was resonating then, and it's not now. Maybe it is behind the walls of the ashrams to some extent, but not like it was before. There was a higher vibration. You can still get that if you go to the river. If you get down to the river and you're alone, you can still feel that vibration there. But that was resonating all over before. And then gradually, with the introduction of the rafting and the buildings, the people coming in and setting up businesses here, buying up the property that farmers were selling.
There was a lot of farming here before.
It was vast. This area was just trees and rice fields. I could have bought property here then if India would have allowed me. But, there are people offering to sell me property here then for money out of my pocket.
And now even the prices, like the land prices, they're going so high and all. Like it's so commercialized even in the metropolitan areas. It's not costly there even like that costly it is here. Like places and it's all about buildings and all. Like it's been so much commercialized. That's
the inflation here for property is disproportionate, to grossly disproportionate. I don't know how that, because it's famous, I guess. People come here from the big cities and they have a lot of money, like the people that bought the house at Devi Music Ashram. He was a professor at Varanasi. I talked with a man, and he has deep pockets. He bought that house and then he built the ashram.
It was just a small place back then.
Yeah, it was right across from Jairam's. Yeah, right across.
And now that lane, I guess that lane is like people say about that lane it's Devi Music Ashram lane. Like
they would like to buy Jairam's house.
That's how it's been so commercialized.
The values here in India changed from spirituality to Lakshmi.
To the Brahman.
Yeah, Lakshmi's the predominant god here now. People are worshipping Lakshmi. Not as much Shiva.
It's like money is more powerful than the peace here now. That's how it's.
They think, no matter what country it is, they think that materiality will give them freedom.
The more possession will give them like
freedom. Yeah, that's an inner thing. We have to experience that ourselves. It doesn't happen overnight because of our conditioning. That's the problem. We're born into materiality. I mean, we come here, we take a body with the breath that animates, it lights up the cells in our body. And then, you know, society we're born into tells us how to live our life. Superimpositions.
That we should have this, and buildings, and money, and all,
And it sticks. People have an identity crisis.
about
We all go
about
through it.
themselves, about growing more, about having a higher status value, and those things.
Who are we? You know, it's like society is telling us this is who you are, but it's not. You know, that's not who we are. We're really spiritual beings that have evolved over ages and ages and ages and ages. In Hinduism, they consider that that's the soul of the person. And so, you know, society puts all these conditions on this soul of the person, and they through education, through rituals, through all sorts of
materialistic stuff, ideas about
what their values are. And that's not who we are, but it confuses the child, and the child starts to get the idea that they are that, and that's a superimposition. That's not who they are. Most people never get past that in their life. They think they are that.
So how was it like back when 20 years back, where did you stay, and how was it like 20 years back, where did you stay?
Well, in 1999, it's more than 20 years now, I stayed, the first place I went to was, I had instructions from my teacher.
To come here?
I had very detailed instructions, and once it was like a Upanishad. I had to memorize it, and it's still in my mind. And I had to burn the script after I memorized it before I came. So I landed in Mumbai, and then on a certain day, at a full moon, and I stayed there 3 days. A place called Koloba. Yeah, that was nice. I like that. It's the people there treated me really, really well.
Even it has changed a lot. Like Mumbai has changed a lot. You know, searching on TVs and all the places around has changed a lot.
This was called the Watley Hotel.
Watley.
And then I went to Varanasi on a train, and I met on that train I met a teacher. I had the whole coach to myself, except for him, and he happened to be a teacher.
What did you discuss with him?
Not much. He worked on my chakras, and that was, I surmise that was a setup. It was all arranged before I came. I mean, how many times did you get a coach? That'll never happen again, right? Get the coach all to yourself, except for this one other person. All of it. Well, he got off somewhere between Mumbai and Varanasi. I don't know. But we had a long talk, and he worked on my chakras.
And then you come here, Rishikesh.
I stayed in Varanasi for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
That was part of the instruction.
Mm-hmm.
That would be one change of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
So from sign to sign, and I came to Rishikesh.
Mm-hmm.
When I came here, I couldn't talk. Wasn't allowed to speak for 30 days. So I didn't.
From your guru.
And I went to Shivananda reception,
Mm-hmm.
and Umesh was the first. He was Brahmacharya,
Mm-hmm.
Shivananda Brahmacharya that I met.
Mm-hmm.
He was there at reception, and he said the ashram was full,
Mm-hmm.
and he recommended to go to Karnanda Sudan. So I went there. That's where I first stayed.
There were less hotels and not much place to stay back then, right?
It wasn't bad. It's
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Swiss. Because of the noise, I transferred to Swiss Cottage, but I was at Karnanda Sudan for about maybe a month.
Mm-hmm.
I was there during the earthquake when the building was cracking. Karnanda Annex was cracking. There were big cracks in the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met Bill Swami.
Mm-hmm.
I had instructions for that to meet him. Swami Chidananda was around. And I couldn't refuse when he asked me what I did. I told him I was a medical person.
Mm-hmm.
He said, well, would you like to work in this place or this place?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I couldn't get out of it
Mm-hmm.
because I already had an oath to do what I was asked to do. So I went to the Shivananda home.
Mm-hmm.
I met Dilip. And I started working with the lepers there. Set up a clinic,
Mm-hmm.
and I communicated with the doctor at Shivananda Hospital. I stayed there. I was only here about 3.5 months. And I went back. And I came back in 2004. From the time I left,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I met Jay Ram at Shivananda home.
2003.
1999. And after I went back, I didn't come back again until 2004. But I had to come back.
Mm-hmm. What made you come back?
I was driven.
To come back.
Yeah. I sold everything I had back there, all my properties.
Yeah.
Everything. I came here with a bundle of money, and I invested it here rather than back there.
So you like that place, this place back then so much, right?
I was drawn here. Yeah, I had work to do here. My teacher wanted me to come back. The other people in the ashram didn't. They fought against it. They wanted me to stay there. But I wouldn't do it. My teacher stayed out of that. It was my decision to make. But he, without saying anything, he encouraged me to come back. And his teacher, who was the old man, who was one of my teachers also, said that I didn't need to stay in an ashram here. And I didn't need to follow teachers here.
You have to find your own path.
What to do. Well, that's, really, it's, some people need that kind of support.
After a while, it's good to be on your own.
Yeah, I had a mentor. I had quite a few mentors along the way. My John, who was very brilliant in a way,
Mm-hmm.
metaphysical psychologist. Very brilliant that way. You know what I'm referring to by a metaphysical psychologist?
Like psychologist. I know what's a psychologist.
On the subtle plane, like you have the Gayatri mantra,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the gross, the subtle,
Mm-hmm.
the transcendent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these three planes of consciousness, for
Mhm.
example.
Mm-hmm.
So he was very good operating on all those levels. And so he could manage
Mm-hmm.
people who were not in balance. And he could give them a way to become more attuned with their karmic inheritance.
Got the one.